Embarking on the journey to uncover the mysteries of attracting your soulmate, we delve into the teachings of Neville Goddard. Our existence is deeply intertwined with the pursuit of enhancing the love we experience, a pursuit that, in my perspective, defines the essence of life itself. It is through our capacity to fully immerse in the feeling of our dreams realize that we unlock the door to a life filled with richness and fulfillment. Regardless of your dreams, embodying the feeling of achievement is synonymous with living a life of abundance. We will delve into the stories of 3 individuals who have attained enlightenment, the ultimate goal of our existence. Striving to join the enlightened beings who, in the words of the celebrated poet Alta de Lamar, describe their journey as such: the infinite inner universe is a reflection of the soul. Skepticism might arise when delving into this essence, yet it dissipates as one's dreams begin to manifest. This concept is reiterated: the infinite inner universe mirrors the soul. Skeptics in the initial stages of exploration may harbor doubts, but as they dive deeper and expand their exploration, they come to realize that the vast inner world indeed reflects their outer reality. How can one embrace this perspective? Now, I see, revered poet Chip, that the entire cosmos expands from a spark within me. When I meet a friend and express love, I also notice traits in them I desire to change. Every aspect of our world, be it positive or negative, can be transformed if we recognize it as a reflection of our inner self. With this mindset, any situation or condition can be approached with the curiosity of a scientist before a bubbling experiment, confident in the ability to derive something positive. Everything hinges on the perspective of one who sees from a broader, more stable viewpoint, with a clarity more radiant and intense than our fleeting, mortal vision can capture. Without this, imagination serves no purpose. And when Blake speaks of this, he is not using metaphors. A metaphor is a tool to illustrate a principle, similar to the stream of truth, chapter 3, verse 6. Therefore, our message targets those ready to elevate their consciousness to a new level. We herald a new covenant, not based on laws, but on spirit. The letter kills, but the spirit gives life. Thus, we proclaim this new covenant. Make your own choices, for I am not here to judge, but to gently caution you against embracing a malefactor. Would you choose hostility? The decision is yours. Let me share a story. This is the account of Jesus and Barabbas. It was time for the annual tradition of releasing a prisoner. Whom do you wish for us to release, Barabbas or Jesus? The crowd shouted, "Release Barabbas, and crucify Jesus." And when Pilate's wife asked what he would do, he washed his hands in dismissal. Observe, this is the principle, but what does it truly mean? Did it actually happen? We are warned not to believe that the resurrection has already taken place, as it misleads us from the truth. If that were the case, I could not bear witness to the force that animates every dream in this world. The resurrection is an ongoing event, occurring continually to every soul on this planet. The Jewish Passover is not fixed to a specific date annually, unlike the Easter we all know. It occurs at any moment, whenever we are ready to shift to a new state or circumstance. There must always be a rise from one state to a higher one. Thus, whom will you release, the thief or Jesus? Who will you remember, and with whom will you remain confined? I need to free myself from the thief I have harbored. Who is this thief? If you currently desire something and logic deems it unattainable, you are harboring the thief, who steals your opportunity to become what you wish to be. This is the offspring of Satan, an aspect within me that plunders me. The other offspring, who will save me, my Redeemer from my current state, is Jesus Christ. And who stands to lose if you achieve your desires? Barabbas. This entire drama unfolds within you, in your life. You must release Barabbas and sanctify Jesus Christ. This is imperative. There is no injustice in this narrative, contrary to our conditioned perceptions. Mastering this concept is crucial. To illustrate, let me share an example brought to my attention. I was told of a woman who had a neighbor divorced for 19 years, trapped in debt. Despite her tireless work, her income barely met her daily needs. The notion of a vacation was unthinkable. In 4 weeks, college was to start, and her son wished to attend, yet they lacked the funds. She prayed for a solution, to no avail. Then, she asked the woman who shared this story with me to pray for her. This woman explained the very mission we are discussing now. First, she asked, "What do you truly desire?" The other woman, divorced for 19 years and disillusioned with men, still expressed her ultimate wish to find happiness in marriage and be free from debt. Night after night, for a month, this woman, and even her neighbor, engaged her in discussions, encouraging her to contemplate the qualities she desired in a spouse: kindness, tenderness, patience, attentiveness, integrity, among others. At times, she was asked to articulate the traits she found essential in a partner. Then, the woman inquired, "Can you imagine how a man with these qualities would embrace you?" The neighbor confirmed, "Yes, I believe I can." The woman then encouraged her neighbor to visualize herself in a wedding ceremony, exchanging vows and all, and left, urging her to fall asleep with those images and feelings, picturing herself as already married. They continued this practice for 4 weeks. Shortly after, a man entered her life, asking about her vacation plans. Embarrassed by her lack of plans, she mentioned considering a mountain retreat, and the man suggested, "Then, I insist you stay at my hotel, offering you 4 nights for the price of 3. This woman, her son, and the neighbor who shared this case, found in this man a person of immense kindness and attentiveness. He revealed he had been widowed a few months earlier but also expressed no intention of remarrying. She empathized with him but was disheartened by his stance. "What should I do?" "He has no desire to remarry," she sought advice from her friend. "You are already married, so we will no longer discuss this. You have spent every night filled with the sensation of having a wonderful spouse who embodies all the qualities you desire in a partner. So, why ponder further? You are already married." This happened 2 years ago, and since then, she has indeed been married to that man. Yes, he changed his mind and agreed to remarry, even committing to finance her son's college education. Returning to the main point, you must free yourself from the consciousness of Barabbas, the thief. This woman allowed herself to be deprived for 19 years, missing out on life's joys. Eventually, she made a choice. Barabbas or Jesus, who should be set free? In the pursuit of becoming what you truly desire in this world, doubting your capabilities is akin to denying yourself the opportunity to transform into that very being. Every individual has the potential to morph into anything they desire because upon awakening, they realize their divine lineage as the offspring of God, the unique progeny. This progeny, Jesus Christ, or rather our human imagination, stands as the only genuine Christ in this existence. There was never another, and there shall never be another. Hence, when I look out into the world, seeing it as separate from me, I fail to recognize that it is, in fact, a reflection of my inner soul. With this realization, I begin to dream, to validate this profound truth. Can you feel the embrace of your ideal partner around you? That woman did, and she brought into reality what she believed to be true. The entire external world is nothing but a reflection of the inner soul. From childhood, we are taught to believe that Jesus sacrificed himself for us more than 2,000 years ago. Accepting this narrative as truth is to embrace a fallacy. You stray from the path of truth if you believe the crucifixion was an event that happened once, long ago. It is not a concluded event, it is a perpetual happening, unfolding continuously, with me, with you, at every moment. It is often interpreted that the Old Testament represents a covenant, while the New Testament introduces a new agreement. This interpretation, however, should not distract you, it is merely text. Unearthing the essence beneath the text is what leads to true liberation, capturing the spirit of the new covenant. The literal word may lead to death, but it is the spirit that gives life. Success in life is aligned with the roles you accept as true, akin to the woman in the story I shared earlier. Despite achieving her dream of marriage and happiness, she risks falling back into despair if she forgets the path that led her to her ideal existence. The teachings often fade from memory. I could recount numerous instances of individuals who sought my advice to achieve their dreams, and as they described their desires, I visualized them as they wished to be, which eventually came to fruition. This includes the story of my brother-in-law, as detailed in my writings. He is aware of the story I wrote about him, yet he places that particular book out of reach. He views the world through a materialistic lens, considering himself a realist. Even with his dreams realized, he denies the influence of his imagination in achieving them, too entrenched in materialism to recognize such a concept, despite living amidst the outcomes of his imagination. The story of the crucifixion and Paul's advice to die daily should never be forgotten. I do not see this world nearing its end. You are an extraordinary being, not traversing worlds in spacecraft but through shifts in consciousness. Picture a concise scene that encapsulates the achievement of your desires. The woman in our story orchestrated a moment where she married a man who embodied her ideal qualities, and within 5 weeks, that scenario began to manifest. Everything you desire is within you, in the microcosm of your soul that reflects externally. Doubts may surface, but they will fade as you see your imagination taking shape in reality. Blake stated, "Without a broader and firmer foundation, and a more vibrant and brilliant illumination than what your mortal eyes can perceive, then imagination serves no purpose." Visualize your desired outcome, immerse yourself in it, and live as if it were already a reality, and when it materializes, they'll claim it was mere coincidence. Despite differing opinions, everything in this realm stems from the imagination, though many fail to recognize this truth. To the skeptics, I ask, is there anything that was created without first being imagined? Yet, you shape your dream and navigate it as reality, and then, others enter your life, serving as architects, assisting in its construction. Thomas Edison, faced with skepticism about his work on creating a more efficient alternating current, proclaimed, "I see that possibility," visualizing the entire operation, turning the machine on and off, handling the details before it even reaches the lab. He was considered insane, for his vision transcended their understanding, for he lived by, "I am the Alpha, I am the Omega." There is nothing that does not exist, that has not existed today. Ecclesiastes 3, creation is complete, everything that will be, already exists. We merely reveal to our consciousness pieces of what is. If everything pre-exists, am I truly a creator? In that sense, yes, I am a creator, by aligning with and bringing into my experience aspects of reality. It's like using the alphabet to form words for description. As Blake pointed out, we use 26 letters in the alphabet, but realize creation involves an infinite alphabet, offering us limitless possibilities to choose from. For me, what's paramount is my persona and my interaction with reality. Any significant change in my persona inevitably alters my external world. If I can conceive it, then I can initiate a change in my persona that soon becomes reality. The only requirement is to believe that what is sought already exists and is already in possession. This principle is reflected in the teaching that implores, if you harbor any resentment towards your brother, to forgive him. Is this verse simply addressing a dispute between two people? To forgive, on a deeper level, means to demonstrate your ability to inhabit and live in a reality contrary to your current situation. My belief in impossibility is what needs forgiveness. Proving that I can achieve what I considered impossible is, in essence, forgiving myself. If I view a friend's illness as irreversible, then I am at odds with that friend. To forgive, I must envision them in perfect health, and as I convince myself of this reality, I use forgiveness to mend the discord. Do you think losing someone is as simple as saying a few words? True learning occurs with a shift in consciousness regarding the discord or issue. When I think of you, I must envision your well-being. A lack of this vision signifies an absence of forgiveness. The woman from the story I narrated forgave her neighbor by imagining her joyfully married, and that vision came to pass. I assert, regardless of your dream, it can be realized. It is up to you to manifest it. Believing that the resurrection has already occurred is to deceive oneself. Timothy 2, chapter 2, verse 18, the resurrection is a personal journey, always within your reach to realize your own rebirth.